today we're really talking about volume of pyramids and cones. Lucky you, I happened to type up the formulas for you, right? And so for a pyramid, the formula is base times height divided by 3. And for the volume of a cone, it's pi r squared h divided by 3. So, and b is, of course, the area of the base, right? So let's take a look at example 1. Right? You guys watching? So first of all, it is a pyramid. So I look at my notes. Okay, volume of pyramid is area of the base times the height divided by 3. So let's find out some things. So first of all, I'm going to have to find the area of the base. The base is easy. In this case, the base is easy because the base is just this square, right? So the base is just 8 times 8, right? Area of a square is 64. Everybody good with that? That should be easy. It's a square. Area of the base is 8 times 8, which is 64. Now the height, doggone it, I didn't give you the height. But that's okay. It's okay. We can just use Pythagoras Theorem. Okay, see that little triangle in there? So that little triangle, if I use Pythagoras Theorem, if this is 8 all the way across, that's 4 right there, right? So I'm just going to use Pythagoras Theorem. I'm going to go, all right, h squared plus 4 squared equals 10 squared. How am I doing? Okay. Morelia, am I good? All right. So then we're going to go h squared plus 16 equals 100, right? I'm just doing Pythagoras Theorem, right? Oh, minus 16, right? So I've got h squared equals, what's that, 84?
Yes.
And then I'll just take the square root of 84. And I just need I need the height to finish this problem, right? So I'm going to go, okay, what's the square root of 84? Use my calculator, square root of 84. And I get about 9.16. All right, good, great. So now what do I do with that? Well, let's finish up the problem. Volume is going to be the area of the base, which we know is 64, right? Found that out. Times the height, which is 9.16, divided by 3. I'm going to use my calculator. I'm going to go 64 times 9.16 divided by 3. And so the volume of this is about 195.4, and that's going to be in terms of centimeters cubed, right? Cubed, because how many cubes you can put in there?
Wait, what is the answer? Can you stop?
Yeah, there you go. 195.4 centimeters cubed. How's that? Okay, thumbs up. So it's just a matter of just plugging things into the formula, right? Okay, example 2. Okay, example 2 is really easy. So the formula, let's see, it's a cone, right? So I look at my formula here for a cone. So I've got volume is equal to pi r squared h divided by 3. The radius, I'm just going to have to be smart, obviously. Hopefully everybody agree the radius has got to be 8. Would you agree with that? Right? So the radius is 8. Now the height, I don't know the height though, but I can find the height, again, by Pythagoras Theorem, right? Okay, so I got to do a little Pythagoras Theorem on the side to find the height. There's my h. I don't mind. Pythagoras Theorem doesn't bother me. So a little bit of side work to find that. I'm going to go, all right, h squared plus 8 squared equals 24 squared, right? So I'm just saying I need to find the height. So there's a right triangle there. I'm just going to use Pythagoras Theorem. So I've got h squared plus 64 equals, I don't know, hold on, 24 squared. It is 576. I almost said 576. Equals 576. Thanks, Megan. Minus 64, right? So it's minus 64 is 512. Am I going too fast? Am I okay? Let me slow down for a second. I will put down 8 squared equals 512, and I'll wait for you. Okay, how's that? Okay. So I'm almost done with this problem. I just have to figure out what the height is, plug things in, and get it. But I'll wait for you, okay? Okay, so square root that. The height is going to be square root of 512. About 22.6. Alright, so what am I going to get with that? Well, volume then is equal to pi times the radius, which is 8 squared, times the height, which I just found, which is 22.6, divided by 3. I'm just going to use my calculator, right? Just going to use my calculator to do it. So, alright, pi times 8 squared times 22.6 divided by 3, right? And I get an answer of about, slide over, 1,514.6 in centimeters cubed again, because I've got little cubes. It's volume. How many cubes will fit in there? What do you think? Thumbs up? Thumbs up? Not that I can see your thumbs, but thumbs up. There we go. Alright. Now number 3. Number 3 is actually not hard. It just looks hard. But it is a prism. So this one's a prism. So we got to go back to what we had yesterday. The volume of a prism is different. Volume of a prism is just base times height. That's all. It's a prism. It's not pointy at the top. It's not a pyramid. It's a prism. So the base, this is the base here. The base is this triangle. Okay, you guys see my triangle right there? That's my base. And let me draw it. Redraw it. So I'm going to redraw my base over here. But I'm going to redraw it like this. Okay. There's my base. And I need to find the area of that base. So this is 3. And this is 4. Okay. So that's not hard. What's the area of this triangle? 3 times 4 is 12, right? So I got 3 times 4 divided by 2. So your base is 6. Okay? So the base is this right triangle. Find the area of a triangle, base times height divided by 2. So the area of this triangle is 6, right? And then the height is 2. So the volume of this triangular prism is going to be 6 times 2, which is just 12. Its volume, centimeters cubed. Okay. Thumbs up. Okay, you ready to turn the page? I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, Katie. So Morelli, next time you bring your glasses, I want to try them on, huh? Turn the page. Okay, what about this thing? Well, this thing doesn't look, actually it looks kind of hard, but it's not. We're doing volume, right? So it's really going to be a cylinder plus the cone, right? That's all. It looks like a crayon, but you know, so it's just really the volume of the cylinder, which we found out yesterday. The volume of the cylinder was going to be a pi r squared h, right? Plus the cone, which we learned today, is the pi r squared h divided by 3. So we're just going to add them, okay? Right? Well, the radius, let's check it out. So the radius is 3. You guys agree with that? The radius is 3. And the radius is 3 obviously here for the cone also. Right? You guys agree? Radius is 3 because all the way across, 6 diameter. Now the height. Let's do one at a time. So the height of the cone, the height of the cylinder is 10. So let's first do this one. So this one's going to be pi times 3 squared times 10, right? Which is going to be 9 times 10, which is 90. Okay, so the cylinder is a 90 pi. Okay, now I'm just going to keep mine in terms of pi because I like it that way. I like things in terms of pi because I'm a math guy. So now, let's figure out what is the height of the cone. Well, that should be easy. What do you think the height of the cone is?
4.
Everybody agree with Claire? I mean, if it's 10 from here, 14 from there, it's got to be 4, right? That should make sense. I mean, 14 all the way, 10 to here, it's got to be 4. So then, we're going to have a pi times a 3 squared times my 4 divided by 3, right? So I get 9 times 4 is 36 divided by 3 is 12. So I get a 12 pi here, right? Okay, I'll do it again. 9 times 4 is 36 divided by 3 is a 12 pi. So we're going to add in a 12 pi. 90 plus 12 is going to be 102 pi, and that's in terms of meters cubed. And of course, you can give me the decimal answer if you want to, okay? All right, the hard one. We can do it, though. We can do the hard one. All right, whenever you see this darn hexagon, I want you to remember your 30, 60, 90 triangle. Let's write this down on the side, okay? So I know my 30, 60, 90 triangle, which is up there, but I'll put it on the side of my notes. X, 2x, x squared to 3, okay? Because within this hexagon are several of these triangles. So first of all, let me just draw my hexagon, my base out, okay? Okay. So I know that if this is 5, this is 5 square roots of 3. And the reason I know that is it comes from my 30, 60, 90 triangle, okay? Now, it is a pyramid, so the volume formula is base times height divided by 3. Sorry, Katie. Thank you. So, volume of this pyramid, and we know in our notes, right, Nate, you paying attention? We know is B, which stands for the area of the base, times the height, which we don't know either, divided by 3. So there's several things we've got to find. Okay, but we can do this. Okay, right off the bat, we know that we can take this hexagon and we can divide it into 6 equilateral triangles, right? So what I want to do first is let's find the area of this triangle, okay? So the area of this triangle is not going to be too bad because we know the base. So this triangle here, area of this triangle, is going to be base, which is 10, right? Times the height, which is 5 square roots of 3, divided by 2, right? It's the area of that triangle. Okay, we've done this one. In fact, we just did this exact same one in our warm-up, so we should be getting pretty good at it. Okay, so let's see what I got. Okay, so you ready? And if you guys get confused, stop me. Okay, I want to make sure you know how to do this. Okay, so I'm just going to use my calculator. I'm going to go 10 times 5 square roots of 3 divided by 2. I get about 43.3, okay? So this triangle is going to be about 43.3, but we need the whole hexagon, right? We need the whole entire thing. So that's just one triangle. But if we want the hexagon, we're going to multiply this by 6, right? I'm going to go 43.3. We're going to multiply that by 6. And that's going to give me my area of my base. So my area of my base then is times that by 6. It's about 259.8. I'll round it up to 260. Okay, how's that? How am I doing so far? So I have to find the area of the base. I'm going to back you up, okay? I know that a hexagon is made up of 6 equilateral triangles. 6 equilateral triangles. If I break them, one of them in half, then I get a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So I can get triangle base times height divided by 2. So I get one triangle. Bam. 43.3. But I know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those triangles. So I multiply the area of my triangle by 6. Okay? Claire.
So if it's base times height divided by 2 for one 30, 60, 90 triangle, but there's two 30, 60, 90 triangles inside one of those 6 compartments, wouldn't it be multiplied by 12, not by 6?
Great question. So I found the area of the yellow triangle, and that's why I have the 10 here.
Oh, I didn't see your 10.
That's okay. Great question. Because some kids will just beg divided by 2 and put the 5 there, right?
Yeah, that's what I...
Right, exactly. Yeah. Good question. So, we're almost there. So we can go volume is equal to base. So I can put my 260 here, right? But I don't know the height. Doggone it. I don't know the height. But you know what? We've been doing this one. So let's look at it again. Let's check out our Pythagoras Theorem. You guys see my little Pythagoras Theorem here? There's my right triangle. It's within my pyramid. So I know this is 5 square roots of 3. It's 5 square roots of 3 because it's this line right here. Okay, and in fact, I'll highlight this in a different color, okay? So this line right here is exactly this line right here. You guys see that in purple? This line right here is that line right there, okay? So then the 5 square roots of 3 happens to be at that length. Again, I'm going to use Pythagoras Theorem to find the height. So a little side work here. I'm going to go, all right, h squared plus 5 square roots of 3 squared equals 18 squared. All right, so We're going to go, what is 5 squared to 3 squared? I don't know. I'm going to tell you in a second. 5 square roots of 3 squared turns out to be 75. H squared plus 75 equals, I don't know, what's 18 squared? Megan's going to tell me before I even get it, huh? I got 324. 324, okay. So I'm just doing Pythagoras Theorem, all right? I let my calculator do this. 5 squared to 3 squared. It makes sense to be 25 times 3. There you go. Okay, subtract my 75, right? Let's go my 324 minus my 75. I get 300, I can talk. H squared equals 249. Square root that, we'll get our height, okay? Square root my 249. I got about 15.779. Let's round that up to maybe 15.8, okay? How about 15.8 for my height? Okay, I'm almost done. I am almost done with this problem. So I slide that answer over here, right? Put my 15.8 here for the height. Divide by 3. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we're going to take my 260 times my 15.8 divided by 3, and I get an answer about 1,369.3, and that's in terms of, well, I didn't get a unit. Let's call it centimeters. Centimeters cubed. All right. So let's do the homework today, kiddos, instead of just sitting there, huh? And page 709, it's not that much. So, real quick,